back to all esteem, where we search for that hidden manna, those pearly gates. I'm your host, Dottie, on the mic.
Christianity is the GOAT of buying bullshit, of being played like a damn fiddle. I've been warning the fiddles about these vipers for how long now? And every one of them has stopped their ears from hearing and their eyes from seeing. I'm going to read Isaiah 65 and 66 to you, and you're going to see, you're going to hear straight from the Most High's mouth what he thinks about you Christians, you people who plug your ears like toddlers. You don't want to hear anything bad, any criticism about your orange God that's dripping with scum and con. You've loved him. You've been kissing his ring this whole time. And what have I been saying this whole time? That you're going to be drowning in shame. And we're going to read that too. It's a fact. The only reason you're still alive right now is because of grace. You're being extended a window of opportunity to come out of all that, to find humility within yourself, to admit that you've been wrong for supporting all that, all of Babylon, all names of blasphemy, for supporting the image of the beast and stopping your ears from hearing and your eyes from seeing all this truth about the real Mount Zion that I've shared with you. You've plugged your ears like little toddlers. I have let myself be inquired of, not by those who asked. I was found not by those who sought me. I said, here I am to a nation not calling on my name. He's been saying that to all you Christians. But you don't care. You want Babylon. You want Easter bunnies, Christmas trees, and jack-o'-lanterns. That's what you want. I have held out my hands all day long to a stubborn people who walk in a way that is not good after their own thoughts. Now I'm going to break this down for you, and you're going to see that this is specifically talking about the Christian fiddles, specifically. To a people who provoke me continually to my face, who slaughter in gardens and burn incense on slaughter places of brick. Now, you're going to see that this is the Most High speaking in a riddle. So you're going to have to put your Berean boots on to understand this. Slaughtering in gardens. We know that when he says slaughter, he's not talking about slaughtering animals, although, yeah, you're right, there are people that probably do that sort of thing. But the gardens, the Garden of Eden the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, taught man that he could do it his own way, that he didn't need to obey Yahuwah, that he could reach a level of equality with the Most High, doing what he wants to do. And that's what Christianity teaches. It teaches we can still celebrate Ishtar and Christmas and all these things. The Most High loves us just the same. This is what all Christians do on slaughter places of brick, in these churches with these steeples. When they go to those churches, they're not, they can get in there and shout and sing as loud as they want to and claim that that's praising the Most High. No, that's praising and bowing at the throne of Baal, Babylon. The Most High hates all that hoeing that these people are doing, who sit among the burial sites and spend the night in secret places, who eat flesh of pigs, and the broth of unclean meat is in their pots. All this is Christianity, precisely. I got so many cousins that they spend a lot of time in Louisiana. They go down there and get them big crab boils and boudin and all this nasty crap, and don't give a rat's ass about what the Most High has had to say about any of it. They don't care. They want to do it their own way. They follow after their own thoughts. It it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out who Trump and Israel are. And I've been exposing it this whole time. I've exposed that star. I've exposed who they are, what they do, the Kabbalah tree, all this stuff this whole time, and everyone has plugged their ears and went la 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 like a toddler the whole damn time. And these are the people who say, "Keep to yourself. Do not come near me, for I am set apart to you." It's what they do to people who smoke a cigarette or drink a beer. They think they're better than other people. Why, they're praising names of blasphemy and hoeing with Babylon proudly, with pride running out their ears. These are smoke in the nostrils of the Most High, a fire that burns all day. See, it is written before me, I am not silent, but shall repay, and I shall repay into their bosom your crookednesses and the crookednesses of your fathers together, said Yahuwah, who burned incense on the mountains and reproached me on the hills, and I shall measure their former work into their bosom. Thus said Yahuwah, as the new wine is found in the cluster. Remember, true seeker, what the new wine is. It's these mountains, these seven mighty Wasatch Mountains. That's what it is. And I know all you Christians are saying, no, it's not. It's going down to the throne of Baal with an Easter basket and saying that we love Jesus. That's what you think. Your fire, smoke in his nostrils. You're already being burnt up. As the new wine is found in the cluster, and one shall say, do not destroy it, for there is blessing in it. So I do for my servants' sake, not to destroy them all. Here's the key. Verse 9. And I shall bring forth a seed from Jacob and from Yehudah, an heir of my mountains. See? And we've learned this. I'm not just saying that because of what verse 9 says. We've learned it all through the prophets, all over the place, all over this word. It tells you that the new wine he's talking about is these mountains. And my chosen ones shall inherit it, and my servants dwell there. And Sharon, where I'm at, I'm here in Sharon. right now. I've been trying to tell you that, but you've plugged your ears and stopped your eyes from seeing because you don't want your little facade, your house to come crashing down. But we're going to read about that too. Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor a place for herds to lie down for my people who have sought me. If you don't end up here, you ain't been seeking the Most High. You've been seeking something. And it appears to most people, most blind fiddles, that you've been seeking the Most High. But if you don't end up here, the facts will be that you did not seek Him. Your house, the image of the beast, was more important to you. But you are those who forsake Yahuwah and who forget my set apart mountain, who prepare a table for God and who fill a drink offering for the Benjamins, baby. And I shall allot you to the sword. Here we go. This is why you can't figure this out. So if you stay tuned, turn those ears on, you're going to see how it is that you're allotted to the sword. The Most High set apart mountain and His desire for you to come to it is all through the Word, but everyone uh, uh, is oblivious to it because they ain't been reading the Word. Everyone thinks that it's okay to celebrate Babylon, rub elbows with it, but the Most High hates it and He will destroy you for it. You don't know that because you ain't been reading. You're being allotted to the sword. And let you all bow down to the slaughter because I called and you did not answer. I spoke and you did not hear, and you did evil before my eyes and chose that in which I did not delight. Christmas, Easter, Israel, the fake Zionist state of Israel, which is the image of the beast, the abomination that lays waste. You've chose that. You've chose the work of your hands to build houses and gardens and little league teams and everything, but don't give a rat's ass about his mountain. Therefore, thus said the Master Yahuwah, see my servants eat, but you hunger, see my servants drink, but you thirst. See my servants rejoice, but you are put to shame. You're put to shame. You're put to shame today. How does that shame feel today after Elon let the cat out the bag? The same cat that I let out years ago and I've been letting out, been telling you guys that he was buddies with Epstein. Why do you think? Remember the other day when he was saying, he was talking about Ukraine or something, and he was saying those big, beautiful golden domes, those big, beautiful golden domes. What? Why do you think he likes those golden domes so much? Yeah, but how long are you fiddles gonna get played? Do you enjoy being played like a damn fiddle? You must. See my servant sing for joy of heart, but you cry for sorrow of heart and wail for breaking of spirit. And you shall leave your name as a curse to my chosen. The name Israel and Christianity is going to be a curse word to us who seek the Most High. I want nothing to do with hoes of Babylon, with synagogue of Satan lovers. And anytime anyone speaks of them, it's just like a curse word. For the Master Yahuwah shall put you to death and call his servants by another name, so that he who blesses himself in the earth, wink, wink. You see these faces right here? You see it? You can't deny this truth. You can go on being blind, plugging your ears, getting strummed like a fiddle, all you want, but you see, you're being put to death and to shame. You're going down into the fiery pit, my friend. The only salvation will be to follow the Lamb, the Messiah. He did it. He came to the city. He gave his all for the cause, for the Most High, for this good news of the reign, which is what you have to do if you want to live. If not, toodaloo. So that he who blesses himself in the earth does bless himself in the mighty Most High of truth. And he who swears in the earth does swear by the mighty Most High of truth. Because the former distresses are everyone thinking that our that the place the Most High placed His name, that Jerusalem Zion is in the Middle East, and that this is nothing but a place where cowboys and Indians once roamed, and there was nothing here. So there's going to come a time when we forget about the frauds. You know, we could someone might in a few years might look back and say, "Hey, remember that time that everyone thought Jerusalem was over in the Middle East, and Satan, the synagogue of Satan, had everyone fooled into believing it, into buying it, because these Christians were the goats of buying bullshit, and that the land was under a curse, and no one knew where these mountains were." You remember that? But eventually, there'll come a time when no one no one remembers it. Everyone will have forgotten the BS. They will be hidden from his eyes. For look, and now this is verse 17 is where you have to have your Berean boots on. You have to have them on through all this word. But most Christians, they're going to read 17 and say, see, he's creating a new Jerusalem that's going to come floating down out of the sky. But no, if you tremble over his word and you give him all esteem, you're going to see that that's not what he's talking about. For look, I am creating new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come to heart. What the new heavens and the new earth are going to look like. The heavens, he's talking about the truth found in his word. That's the heavens. He's not going to remake the stars and stuff. If a person is overweight and then they decide to get in shape, and you always knew them as a person that was overweight, and then you see them one day and they're jacked, and then now they're all about fitness and they stay jacked. When you look at that person, you're like, man, it's like he's like a brand new man. He's not the same person that he used to be. A new person. That's what the earth is going to be. The earth is going to, everyone is going to know where Zion is. They're going to know the truth that comes from the mouth of the Most High. They're not going to be going and bowing themselves on slaughter places of brick to Baal and Babylon. And it's explained right here in the very next verse. But be glad and rejoice forever in what I create. He said, I'm creating new heavens and new earth. Here's what he creates. For look, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing and her people a joy. That is what the new earth and the new heavens, that's what it's going to look like. It's going to look like Jerusalem being a rejoicing and her people a joy, not a city coming down out of the sky. And I shall rejoice in Jerusalem and shall joy in my people, and let the voice of weeping no more be heard in her. No more. So, according to the fiddles, the goats of buying bullshit. The city that's coming down out of heaven, has there been weeping in her before? Coming down out of heaven is you realizing where it is, the truth. It will no more be heard in her, nor the voice of crying. No more is an infant from there going to live but a few days, nor an old man who does not complete his days. For the youth dies 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be lightly esteemed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and plant vineyards and eat their fruit. And they shall not build and another inhabit, they shall not plant and another eat. For the days of my people are going to be as the days of a tree, and my chosen ones outlive the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth children for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of Yahuwah, and their offspring with them. And it shall be that before they call, I answer, and while they are still speaking, I hear. Wolf and lamb feed together, a lion eats straw as an ox, and dust is the snake's food, the viper's food. They shall do no evil, nor destroy in all my set apart mountain, said Yahweh.